This is the book of Psalms, chapter 118, and verse 8, and it reads, "It is better to trust in the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai than to put confidence in man." Verse 9, "It is better to trust in the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai than to put confidence in princes." I want to start off by giving all praise, all honor, and all glory to Kol Haloyim La Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai by Hashem Chakados Rakatham. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone who do teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the Aki across the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth with faith and with sincerity, as well as risking their lives and the freedom to do so, now more so than ever. Shalom to the Aki and the Aquat that they're listening and learning. Lord willing, this is edifying. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad in the land of other nations, appearing like the other nations, but who subscribe to the truth. To you, I say Shalom. This is the brother Yahweh Sop. And I'm coming at you with another lesson through the Spirit, through the power of Yahweh Shem Shai. This lesson is in regards to basically I was at work and I was listening to this video. I'll be listening to this. The Lord put the Spirit on me to follow, a few different economists, and I know it was the Lord because I never been into, that type of information. Never cared, I cared about my immediate situation. I didn't care about, any of that. So, for the last maybe like year, I've been listening to like a few different economists, and I was listening to this one guy. Now this is fair use, fair use. I'm not even gonna play his video because it's so spiritual. Uh, Before I was gonna do the video, I saw a video about an elder brother Itazawam from Atlanta. I saw this video. Look at what it's titled: "Left hand demons are increasing. Do not err, beloved brethren." So I saw that video, and then another brother did the same video. Now, I was watching a video that this man did just within like the last, you know, 24 hours. That's what inspired this video. I go to look at my history, the video's not there. You see what it said is the last 7 days. He did made videos the last 2 days. So I don't know if this something this spiritual. I don't know if he, it's weird because like I said, I was inspired through the spirit to do a video based on something he said. And I was gonna even probably try to like video what he was saying. But I can't do that now for whatever reason. But everything is the will of Yahweh Shem Shai. But, you know, with that being said, a lot of times for brothers that don't get a chance to watch, the news, because everybody's situation is different. Like I was listening to the elder brother Yashawaba from Dallas. He was talking about how he had just came in for work, but yet still, through the spirit, we do these videos for, to edify and whatnot. But we be having things going on within our life. We all know how this thing goes. And pretty much, for any individual that, is in his truth and, pretty much can't watch the news or can't, read as far as, the news, because, time constraints and whatnot. A few of these economists, him especially, they go into a lot of current events. So that's one of the reasons why I like to watch him. But nonetheless, the point, like I said, what inspired me to do the videos because he says something about, now, we know because it's an algorithm on YouTube, certain words you speak pretty much, is what makes your video get flagged. Now, as of lately, they ain't really been flagging that. So that's how through the spirit persecution coming as well. I continuously say that because when Vocab Malone came to my camp when I was part of GMS Cleveland, that was the last time I was part of GMS Cleveland as well. And I didn't see it for what it was then, but I see it for what it was, for what it was now. And just his presence through the spirit, I'm taking it like that was the beginning of that persecution, through the spirit. But he won't even say, DJ Trump. He'll just say that 45th because he knows it's an algorithm. But most people that do videos on YouTube, just like the brethren know, we gotta speak around things and, try to, talk in code, he was saying the 45th. We need a 45th head because he was basically going into DJ Trump, and if you'd have heard how he worded it, he was basically going into how he just trusts like Trump is the great white savior. You know, really, that in his mind, he really that, that pale eater by Jesus. Especially now that Trump is supposed to be in a religious state of mind because of these assassination attempts and whatnot. But his whole mindset was when Trump get back in the office, and we need Trump to get back in office, and Trump is planning on doing this to fix this and do this. And it just made me think about like him, show you how naive and how spiritually and how strong that spell is, because this guy isn't really a fool. Now, you got Project Zypher, where you got misinformation individuals that set up to, pretty much uh, misinform and pretty much catalog, you know, certain individuals as far as like, like you got certain people that subscribe to certain channels, but pretty much, you pretty much are being, like how they say with Elon Musk and Twitter, you know, he says X is pretty much an open platform for you to speak your mind, but all that information and everything you're saying is being recorded and sent to the government. Well, you got certain YouTubers that's pretty much set up to do the same thing. So, this guy, I don't even remember this guy's name, but, and I never call him by, what his channel name is, but, he does bring out good information. But, it just really showed me how lost he was because he really believes that DJ Trump gonna make this place great again. And like, I was like, wow, because he doesn't even realize, DJ Trump is part of the whole show, he's set up, you know what I mean? Like, that's why no matter who wins, Harris or Trump, they're both going to lead you to a CBDC. So, scriptures talk about not to trust in man, you know what I mean, or trust in Egypt. Bear with me for a second. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 146, and verse 3. And it says, "Put not your trust in princes, nor in the Son of Man, in whom there is no help." Verse 4. His breath goeth forth, he returneth to his earth, and in that very day his thoughts perish. Verse 5. Psalms 146 and 5. Happy is he that hath the power of Jacob, for his help, whose hope is in the Lord his power. And that's the elect. 2/3, these heathen, you know, Esau, Edom, their mindset is they believe that they can save themselves. Again, and it really made me laugh. And, she really showed you this man's spirit when he was like, oh, yeah. I mean, like, this man is an economist. But because Trump is supposed to be this brilliant businessman, which he very much isn't, though. Trump pretty much went broke a couple times. That's facts. You know what I'm saying? And what is their solution if he was to get in the office? He gonna go after the rich and increase taxes? That's the game plan of the government, period. You can't squeeze blood out of a turnip. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 22 and verse Isaiah chapter 2, verse 22. And it reads, "Cease ye from man whose breath is in his nostrils, for wherein is he to be accounted of?" Already in the NLT to break it down and simplify it a lot easier. It says, "Don't put your trust in mere humans. They are as frail as breath. What good are they?" You know, Again, you got 2/3 of our nation as well as these heathen that's gonna trust in, you know, Esau to save them, or they trusted in these governors and and these politicians. But I mean, if you really are aware and awake and the Lord dealing with you, you can see that things are getting worse. They're not getting better. If anything, they show you how truly satanic this world is, and Pretty much your officials, your politicians, the people that you want to be in office to represent you are demons. You know, it's the book of Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 1. It says, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, that take counsel but not of me, and that cover with a cover but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. Verse 2, that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. And that's what that Edomite pretty much is, trusting in the strength of Pharaoh, which, these presidents are pretty much like modern day pharaohs. Like DJ Trump is a modern day pharaoh. You know what I mean? Because this place is spiritually Egypt. With this devil, because I believe through the spirit, if we make it to an election, he gonna win. Do you understand the energy that's being brewed right now? You got a couple assassination attempts on Trump, and now you got individuals shooting at, Harris's campaign. You know what I mean? They didn't shoot at her, but who's to say, what will take place? I mean, again, a lot of things are going on through the spirit, and they're manifesting physically, and called Loyal Yahweh Shem Shah, because this very well could be the year of Jacob's trouble. It very well could be. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Yeah. 2/3 that refuse to hearken unto the words of, their brethren, to the words of the Lord's chosen vessels, the prophets that go out week in and week out prophesying His truth. Pretty much, like, this is gonna be to your shame. You those that's joined unto Babylon the Great. For some of the stupidest reasons, what I mean? I remember brothers were speaking on that when you had the one Jake talk about he don't want to be woke and broke. Woke and broke. Well, you so fucking not woke that you don't even realize the money's not worth nothing. The fuck? The value of the dollar is devaluing. Why do you think everything costs so motherfucking much? I went to the grocery store, literally. I mean, I think I bought like maybe 6 items, and that shit came up to like $30, and I don't think I got no meat. You know what I'm saying? Salakia. Bear with me for a second. This is book of Isaiah chapter 31 and verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And that's, these proud ass Edomites and 2/3 of the nation of Israel. Again, they still trusted in the shadow of Egypt, and that's the thing that the Lord really put in the 2/3 spirit, because you had that back in the wilderness. Here it goes that Yahweh Shem Yahushua, who you people ignorantly call God of Jesus Christ, whose true name in the biblical Hebrew or the Paleo Hebrew, the Lashawah Kadash, is Yahweh, meaning He is or He exists or He to be. Ba'ashem meaning in the name, Yahweh Shah meaning He saves or He deliver. The true names of the Most High God and His Son, who you people ignorantly call God of Jesus Christ. What happened? The Most High God, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, came and delivered us from Egypt. And then what happened? Pretty much you had Israelites begging to go back to Egypt. Talking about pretty much, the servitude wasn't that bad. And you got that still to this day. That's how much of a rebellious spirit 2/3 have. You know what I mean? So, you got people still trusting in Babylon, the great military, and, trusting in the dollar. But like I said again, this dollar is weakening. You know what I mean? That same guy, that same individual, I think his name is Tony, if I'm not mistaken. I think his name is Tony. Uh, but he said, he was speaking on because some of these economists or keepers of the house make predictions, and he was saying, he was. I remember him speaking on like hyperinflation, and then it's a lady named Lynette Zhang, and she goes into the economy, uh, and she was going into like pretty much hyperinflation beginning to pick up, and once hyperinflation hits, oh yeah, it's not gonna be too far before the death of the dollar. Call her loyally, lie. Call her loyal, lie. How about she be outside? It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 36, and verse 6, and it reads, "Lo, I will start up. I say, sayest thou, but they are but vain words. I have counsel and strength for war. Thou on whom does thou trust that thou rebellest against me?" The staff of this broken reed on Egypt world, if a man lead, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh king of Egypt to all that trust in him. And that's what's gonna happen. All these jakes and these heathens and all these individuals that's trusted in this place to bounce back, or America's so great it can't fall. What did he say? You laid it on the staff, and pretty much it's as if the staff is gonna be a broken reed where your head is gonna be pierced by it. A staff is used for support. You know, that's why older gentlemen and women and people that's been through that they don't have that full strength anymore. They use a cane or a staff to hold themselves up as a support. Well, Egypt is going out of drain. You know, we've been saying for the last couple of years this might be a year where we don't get no income tax. I could see this being a year we don't get no income tax. I really can. It's too many, situations they could use for a crisis. You got all kind of shit going on. Call her lawyer, like, how much she be outside? This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 29, and verse 6, and it reads, Ezekiel chapter 29, verse 2, Son of man, set thy face against Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and prophesy against him and against all of Egypt. Verse 3, speak as it say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai power, behold, I am against thee, Pharaoh, king of Egypt, the great dragon that lieth in the midst of his rivers, which have said, my river is my own, and I have made it for myself. Because, just imagine the pride on DJ Trump. You know what I mean? Like this man literally said he bringing back public executions. He says a statement. He said, if you are against or want to see the destruction of Israel, he talked about the Amalekites. He said, we don't want you here. So what do you mean? What do you think that mean? I was listening to the brother, I believe that brother name I touched the word as well. The brother from Men of Valor. And he had did a video maybe like sometime this week about some things he noticed on a speech that Trump was doing, and it looked like he was doing hand signals, because that's how these devils speak. They speak in code. The elder, beloved elder Apostle Tahar was just talking about that. You know, talk about how they had a UN meeting and people sit up there like, well, how's they doing anything secretively if they letting the be filmed and all that, and it's open to the public. But I don't think those meetings are open to the public. But like the elder said, they speak in code. Why do you think Freemasons have secret handshakes and certain shit like that? You know, I even remember watching something when they was talking about how Mayweather and Conor McGregor, when they fought, how pretty much when one person submits, it's certain like handshakes and gestures that they do with their hands. And that's all in Freemasonry. I think that dude Tex Mars and that book Codex Magica shows that. That's a spirit because I ain't seen that book in a minute. I will try to download. I had a phone with all kind of books and shit on it. So Salakia for the digression. Uh, It says, "But I will put hooks in thy jaws, and I will cause the fish of thy rivers to stick unto thy scales, and I will bring thee up out of the midst of thy rivers, and all the fish of thy rivers shall stick unto thy scales." And that's the spirit too, because it said the great dragon that lieth in the midst of the rivers. And because Babylon the Great is basically revised Rome 2.0, you know what I mean? Which Rome was the great dragon. Verse 5, "And I will leave thee thrown into the wilderness, thee and all the fish of thy rivers. Thou shalt fall upon the open field. Thou shalt not be brought together, nor gathered. I have given thee for meat to the beasts of the field and to the fowls of the heaven. And all the inhabitants of Egypt shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh. And all the inhabitants of Egypt shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, because they have been a staff of reed to the house of Israel." So this is saying the Lord is going to punish, you know, Egypt, Babylon the Great, because you have been a reed, you have been a terror. Scriptures talk about it pleases the Lord to afflict those that afflicted thee. Roughly paraphrase. It's a judgment for this. Although the Lord put it in your spirit to do these things. That's how cold the Lord is. He gonna have you do something and then judge you for it. So you go again. You gonna have 2/3 of heathens, and especially like I watched the elder brother Bakar Moth from Men of Valor do a beautiful video. It basically was called "Prepare for War." He was talking about how you got people that truly don't believe, or was scoffers or whatnot, and then the times we coming in, and you know you might not know what the mark is, or the MOTB or whatever, and then say for instance Amos 8 and 11 comes to pass, and then now you in search and trying to figure out what to do, or do I take it, do I not take it? He said, well, it doesn't really matter if you know not to take it, because at the end of the day, knowing is only half the battle. You got to have faith, and that's part of the reason why we go through our afflictions. The Lord tries brothers. Trust me. I know the things I go through, and I've heard testimonies of a lot of beloved brothers. You'd be amazed. And, pretty much, sometimes you question like, damn, that brother, but just imagine what that does to that brother's spirit. Because, again, like I always said, we all go through our different trials and tribulations with Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But for a brother to remain, you know, now you had brothers literally on deathbeds, and then the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua coming to redeem them. Scriptures talk about what's that in Deuteronomy chapter 32? I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. I the Lord do all these things. I know a few brothers that was pretty much diagnosed or sick. You know what I mean? You would have thought, and the Lord bounce them back. So what do you think that brother's spirit and his level of faith is? I was listening to the elder brother Yashawaba. He was going into how, yeah, we gonna go through some shit. He was like, well, just imagine that boost of faith and the spirit when you start seeing miracles. Just think about that. When we catch a hell, maybe living like pilgrims or whatever the case may be. But then when the Lord, actually give that spiritual power, or he does something to really boost your faith. Because right now, I mean, but we got a form of spiritual. I mean, brothers, for those that know, you know what I'm saying? Like, flat out. So that's what we gonna trust in, This is the book of Second Chronicles, chapter 32, and verse 7, and it reads, "Be strong and courageous, be not afraid." Well, that ain't what I want. Second Chronicles, chapter 32, and verse 8. I'm gonna start at verse 7 because to get the context. "Be strong and courageous, be not afraid nor dismayed for the king of Assyria, nor for all the multitudes that is with him, for there be more with us than with him." Verse 8, "With him is an arm of flesh, but with us is the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, our power to help us and to fight our battles. And the people rested themselves upon the words of Hezekiah, king of Judah. I believe this is the account where you had the angel that basically took out like 185,000 soldiers, if I'm not mistaken. Sennacherib, king of Syria, Sennacherib. So I'm gonna end the lesson with this. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, because again, like I said, you gonna have people that's gonna be trusted, and they oppressor. You know what I mean? Because this Edomite is truly your oppressor. You know, they gonna be trusted in themselves. They can be trusted in everything, but Yahweh should be outshot. Especially 2/3 of the nation of Israel. But the scriptures tell you that all Israel is not Israel. And that's why you have a remnant. That's why you have, the hopeful elect. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, and verse 5. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shah, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and make of flesh his arm, and whose heart departeth from the Lord, Yahweh Shah. That's why scriptures. Oh, well, that's why the elders talk about being that came into this truth and then pretty much went back into the world. That's why the elders say they're gonna die. Because the scriptures say, "Cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and whose heart or mind departed from the Lord." Yahweh Bashim Shah. Verse 6, "For he shall be like the heat in the desert, and shall not see when good cometh, but shall inhabit the parched places in the wilderness, in a salt land, and not inhabited." Matter of fact, let me get this in the blue letter. It'll be probably way better to read. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, and verse 5, and it reads, "Thus saith the Lord." Well, I'm going to read it in NLT. "This is what the Lord says. Cursed are those who put their trust in mere humans, who rely on human strength and turn their hearts away from the Lord, their minds. They are like stunted shrubs in the desert, with no hope for the future. They will live in the barren wilderness in an inhabited salty land." Verse 7, "But blessed are those who trust in the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, and have made the Lord their hope and confidence." And again, I was speaking on it in another video about how hope, confidence, and faith are all interchangeable, because they all pretty much mean the same thing. So again, you gonna have these Edomites and these 2/3 niggas. They go trust in DJ Trump. What's that nigga name? Lil Richard. I think his name like Lil Richard, the nigga from Chicago, always talk about, or King David, or King David. This nigga talk about some DJ Trump. I wonder what they paid him to do that video on TikTok. This nigga was running with some Edomites. Like, if I can run with him, why can't you run with him? DJ Trump, make America great again. I say, this hoe ass nigga. Oh my God. And it's the same dude. I remember watching the TikTok video of him trying to go use the bathroom in an Edomite establishment, and they wouldn't even fucking let him use the bathroom. Right. Goofy ass nigga. Fuck these niggas, man. May the Lord kill a 2/3 ass nigga. Or use him to be fodder for the fucking, because Esau about to come down with great wrath. So let these 2/3 niggas get caught up in that first before he roll on the bed of the Lord. And with that, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to call Loyam La Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Chakam Thumb. I want to say double honors to the elders and to the apostles of the great millstone who do teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the Akim across the four corners of the earth, pushing its truth with faith and with sincerity, as well as risking their lives and the freedom to do so, now more so than ever. Shalom to the Akim and the Aquath to listen and learning. Lord willing, this was edifying. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad in the land of other nations, appear like the other nations, but who subscribe to this truth. To you, I say Shalom. Until next time I'm able to come with another lesson, I will say Shalom, Shalom, and Kwab Yasharallah. Shalom.